Hey, losers. Check out Smokey's video on the Path of Exile SSF Atlas tree. Brace yourselves for her mediocre skills and lack of creativity. Enjoy, motherfuckers.
All right, hello everyone, it's me again. That feel when you don't have any ideas for a video intro, so you have to make an AI generate one for you. Anyway, so as you guys know, the 3.22 Atlas tree is out, and I was able to take a look, and I thought that I'd make a video to kind of explain some of the differences between like the 3.22 tree and the 3.21 tree, like especially in the context of like a SSF-viable Leaguestart Atlas tree. So that's basically what this video is going to be. I'm going to have the tree that I came up with like here on the left, and then here on the right I'll have like a drawing board where I'll like progress through it like step by step, so you guys can see like how I would like progress this. And yeah, that'll kind of be the format of the video. So yeah. So the main thing that's a little bit different between 3.22 and 3.21 trees is the map nodes. So here I've highlighted already, I've pre-highlighted all the map clusters. So there's like one here, there's like one here, right? These are shaping the skies and mountains. And then there's one in the middle up here. And then there's like this weird wheel thing in the middle as well, which is not very good. And this is a little bit different because in 3.21, everything was like all in the bottom half, right? Like in 3.21, there was like a cluster here and like a cluster here, and there was like two clusters like right here. And it was very, very convenient to max it out early, but it's a little bit different now. So the way that I would like reach these clusters first is I would actually go like this through June, and then I would like path up like this and then get this one. And then I'd take the portal, go over here, and then get this one, right? So basically by doing this, like right off the bat, you're able to get like 15% chance to drop one tier higher, and then an additional 15% here, as well as the occasional free map craft, and then the small ones as well, of course. And this seems to be like a pretty good idea for Leaguestart, right? It just helps you progress your atlas faster. And you get the added benefit of pathing through this node here, which is June missions. So like you get additional June missions by doing this as well. So like this is like okay, right? I think this is like a pretty good idea, like a solid starting position. And then there's this other map node up here that I would also eventually like to take, but it is really far away. So we're going to like work towards that basically, right? So from this point, you are mainly in white maps, right? You're like in tier 1, tier 2s, tier 3s. So the most important thing is like map sustain and Kirak, right? So the next thing that you should probably get is the Kirak cluster in the middle, which is actually pretty close by. So you want to path this way because you eventually want to take this essence wheel. So you go over here, you go over here, you get the additional Kirak mission per day and 3% on completion. And then you get this node here, which is increased chance to drop scouting reports. And that should allow you to like progress through whites and yellows like fairly easily. Like this is definitely something that I would do. And then there's like other Kirak nodes as well, but they're a little bit far away and I'm not 100% sure that they're worth it. I mean, you could maybe take these if you wanted to, but I'm not 100% sure that it's worth it. But who knows, you can experiment, right? This is just a guide. This is not meant to be like, you have to do this. This is more like, you know, you can do this if you want to, but like, it's just like a guide, right? So like once you get Kirak, what I would personally do is then go for like in no particular order, like Expedition and this map wheel up here. I don't think you need to go for this one immediately because it's really far away. Like you would probably not want to do this because this is like a lot of points, right? And it's probably not worth it like early on. And the nodes in the middle are also not very good. Like there's no notables here. It's just 5%. So it's not that great. And then these are mainly for like map crafting. So like early on, you don't really have enough chaos to do these things, the map crafts. So I would just like not take these maybe ever, because it's debatable whether you can get enough chaos to even use these. So basically after Kirak, I would honestly go for Expedition and then build my way up here to Shaping the World. And for context, Shaping the World is probably good because it says Final Map Boss has a 5% chance to drop an additional connected map, which I thought was very interesting. Like 5% additional chance, right? Or wait, yeah, sorry, it's 5% chance to drop an additional, not an additional 5% chance. I got that mixed up. So like that's pretty good, right? It's like you clear, 20 maps and you get an additional map? Like why not? And then you also get the 10% higher as well. Like it just seems pretty good for 3 points. So anyway, after Kirak, I would start blocking and get ready to go Expedition. So what I'd probably do is go down here, block all these, and then go down here, block everything except Expedition, like this, right? And then this allows you to like maximize the chance that you can get Expedition, which is really good early on, because if you can get ROG, that helps a lot for like crafting suppression gear or like whatever else you want. And then of course Tujin helps you sustain like alchemies and vals for like your map progress. So I would definitely do this. And then also don't forget to take Stream of Consciousness, so you can stream so you can get more expedition, right? So then you take this, right? And then at this point you can either go for these ones here, this expedition wheel, or you could go for the logbook node. I would personally go for the logbook node first, because it seems better to like get logbooks rather than to like have more stuff. So at this point I would probably go up here and then grab the expedition logbook node, and you can save a point by going downwards here instead of here, because this is just expedition chance, this is like artifacts, so you definitely go here. And then yeah, you basically just take this 50% chance to get logbooks is really good. And then like here, like since you're already here, I would then go up here and grab Shaping the World, which we talked about before, why it was good, because now it's like only 3 points away, right? So now you should totally get that. And then once you have gotten Shaping the World, you can then go and complete your expedition stuff. You go over here to get more suffixes, which means more logbooks. And then you go here so you can get more bombs. There is also the really interesting node that is new this league, which is the node where you put like one bomb and it basically blows up the entire thing. If you have a build that can do it in softcore, like this would probably be really good. But I'm planning to play Slayer Bone Shatter, and there's a lot of things that are really scary for Slayer Bone Shatter. So personally, I will not be taking this at Leaguestart. But like if my second build is like good enough, then obviously you would take this. And if you were to take this, you only have one explosive, right? So then you would not take this probably, right? You would probably just not take this. You would probably do it like this, right? I mean, you could still take this maybe because of the explosive radius, but if you already have like 200% increased, it should be fine just to do this if your build can handle it. But for me personally, I'm just going to go here, at least for my first build. And then there is also another interesting thing that's new, which is that because of this like new pathing, there is like this expedition cluster here, which is suddenly viable. Like previously you would never go here because you don't path this way, but now it's like right here, right? It's like off of your main route or whatever. So like I actually think it might be a good idea to grab this. So you would go here and then you would go down so you can get increased quant of artifacts, right? And then you get this for a 12% chance to get expedition. And then like this, you can basically farm like a shit ton of expedition, which of course is not the most fun thing, but for SSF, it really does feel mandatory. Like you just get so much raw currency. Like I farmed like 900 fusings in like 2 days, like with expedition and SSF. It's really good. So yeah, so at this point you basically have your expedition farming set up, and then you have your Kirak, you have your map sustained, and then you blocked everything except expedition. So at this point, you basically have two options. You could either go for Betrayal or you could go for Essence. It depends on like your build. Like some builds need Essence crafting more, especially for like weapons, and then other builds may need like a certain craft. But for me, I would probably go Essence here. So you would take this one over here, right? This gives you an additional Essence. I don't think it matters if you go here or here, it's the same thing. So you can do it this way, or you could do it this way. It should be the same thing. So I don't know, maybe just do it this way. Oh no, it's better to do it this way because eventually you take covert stakeouts and maybe all hands, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, you would go this way. And then you get all maps have +1 essence. And then of course you take the thing that makes it have 1 tier higher. And then you also want to take this one since it's right here because we path this way. If your build needs like a super essence, like a corrupted essence, then you would go here at Leaguestart so you can get the corruption things. And then once you have accumulated enough of them, like 10 or 20, I would like go this way instead so I can get more essences, right? But like for Leaguestart, I would probably do this. And then there is this other thing that is kind of annoying, which is that the other essence wheel got moved over here. So this is the Rippy one. This is the Rippy node, which basically it gives your essences a chance to have 3 additional essences, which is like good if your build can handle it, but it's also Rippy if your build cannot handle it. But like if your build can handle it, then like on average this will give you like 1 or 2 additional essences per map. So it's like pretty good, but it's also really far away. And there's like no portal or gateway that's like close by. So I am like not taking this in my Leaguestart tree because I don't want like my Bone Shatter character to die because I'm gonna go Bone Shatter Slayer. If I was picking Bone Shatter Jug, I might take this, but it's so many points, so I don't know if it's worth it. You might take it if you want to, but I personally am just gonna leave it off for now. I just leave this off. So yeah, at this point you have your essence basically fully allocated, right? And then here you probably want to go for Betrayal, I think. Yeah, probably Betrayal. You could also go for endgame map drops before Betrayal, depending on like how much you need Betrayal. But personally, I think going Betrayal first is probably good. So then you would go up here, and you would go here for your intelligence gathering, allows you to progress your safe houses. And then you go over here, and of course you go this, which allows you to level up from 1 to 3. So you definitely get this. And that's basically everything for Betrayal. There's also like this wheel here, but I've never really taken this. It allows you to get like more items and like more veiled items, but it's also so many points. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know. Maybe it's worth it. I'm not sure. But yeah, I've never taken this, but I don't know. Maybe it's worth it. And then here you probably just want to follow up with your endgame map drops. So you get this for Conquer progress. You get this for your Shaper and Guardian map progress. And then you go here for your Synthesis map progress so that you can get all of your Maven invitations done. And then from here you basically have everything. And the only thing left is like Eater or Exarch. And this is also a little bit build dependent, like which one you want to go first. In general, at Leaguestart, Exarch is better because Exarch can give you like chaos, right? And like alchemies, and those things are like directly beneficial for like mapping. Whereas like later on, Eater probably becomes better because you can get like divines and exalted, and then you can also get like fusings as well. So like once you have your build going and your map sustain is like pretty good, you can go Eater. But it's also build dependent. Like if you really need like exposure on gloves or like some other Eater implicit, then you would go this obviously. But for Slayer Bone Shatter, you probably want to go red first because of additional strike on the glove. So I would go here and I would just get this for altars, and then I would go here here. Sorry, not there. I would go here, 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 and then just make sure I can farm Exarch with the greatest efficiency, right? So this is basically the entire tree. And then at this point, once you've finished everything, your map sustain is probably good enough. And you probably have, like, you're probably in red maps here. And your Atlas completion is probably very, very close to finished. And then at this point, you probably take covert stakeouts, which would allow you to get even more June missions. Because at this point, you probably don't need Kirak anymore. And then there's also this new node here, All Hands, which is a little bit confusing, but I'll try to explain it the best I can. So it basically prevents you from getting master missions at all. But also, for every additional chance to get a master mission, for that master, you are more likely to encounter them in maps. So for example, like 1% chance to get a June mission, or for example, like 4% chance to get a June mission on completion would basically translate to 150%, which is 6. So you get like a plus 6% chance to get like June in your maps in addition to the base 40%. So it's like, okay, it's kind of interesting. You might take it, you might not, I don't know. The thing that puts me off is that it's a 40% chance to contain a random master encounter. But then you also have this, right? Which reads, randomly encountered masters have a 100% increased chance to be June. So like it might be worth it to take All Hands and covert stakeouts together if you really, really want to farm like Betrayal. But I don't know. Like nobody really knows. You'll have to like try it out if you want to. So this is like a maybe. It's like a question mark right now, right here, All Hands. It's a question mark note. So that's basically it. Oh yeah, and then at some point you probably want to unblock Harvest as well. You can basically unblock Harvest whenever. The main idea is that like after you get enough like corrupted essences, you do like a couple of harvests and you do like blue plots only so that you can like re-roll your essences to the ones that you want. So like for example, Bone Shatter Jug, like I would re-roll all of my super essences to be Insanity so I can get Onslaught on my chest. So that's what I would do personally. And that's basically the endgame tree that I came up with for like Leaguestart and SSF. And obviously as you go, you can change it. Like at some point you probably got all of your Eldritch implicits for Exarch. Then obviously you take this off and then you go here and you'd spec into Eater like this. And then at some point you probably don't want Kirak anymore. Like once you've completed all your Atlas points, you probably want to take off Kirak like this. And now you have more points. And basically here you can do whatever you want. Like maybe if you really want to farm Tujin, you'll take this. At some point I'll probably be doing this so I can just like progress my fusings, right? Because that's like pretty good. And then you have like 8 points to spare and like do whatever you want. So you might like put some points into like Harvest or whatever. Yeah. If I was going to do Harvest, what would I do? If I were to farm Harvest, I mean, the nodes that are important are obviously this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Heart of the Grove. And then you want to get the tier 3 plants. And then you want to go here so you can get more life force. And then obviously you go here for additional harvest. And then you unblock Harvest, obviously. And this is basically a setup that I would use for farming Harvest. But now I'm over, so I'd have to take off some stuff, probably this and this. And now I'm like basically there. And then that one last point can basically just come off of whatever you want to remove. I have no idea what you'd remove though. Maybe you just take this off or something, I don't know. So yeah, if you want to do Harvest, you probably just do something like this. And that's basically it. Oh, another thing that's like kind of annoying is that in the patch notes they said that like freaking explorers, I don't know what the name of it, the default scouting report, I think it's called like Explorer Scouting Report, but I don't remember. They changed it so that you could no longer like get unique maps by using the basic scouting report, which is a little bit annoying because it makes it a lot harder to farm like metacrafts in SSF, right? Like you really want the maps like Cloister, I don't even know what it is, Putrid Cloister, Coward's Trial, Careblade, like all of those, you really want them for the metacrafting stuff. So it's kind of annoying that they changed it, but at the same time, I don't know if it's worth it to like go here to take the super Kirac nodes just to like get unique map progression. I just don't know if it's worth it. What you would probably do is just like take the L on that and honestly just like try to get your unique maps through Betrayal. Because if you put Rin in research, you can get unique maps. So you'd probably want to do that. And then, I mean, you can also just drop singular scouting reports, right? You can just drop singular scouting reports just like from whatever. So you probably don't want to take these Kirac nodes out here. I mean, you can try if you want to. I'm not sure it's worth it though. But again, like that, I want to reiterate, this is just a guide. This is like what I will personally be doing, probably. The tree on the left is what I will most likely be doing on Leaguestart. If anyone has any questions, I'll try to answer them. Yeah, but again, this is like just a guide. Like if you want to do something different, if you really like Blight or whatever, obviously you should feel free to farm it. This is just what I find to be efficient for like what I like to do. If you like different stuff, then definitely, you know, do your stuff, right? So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say today for the Atlas stuff. Yeah, anything else that I didn't talk about? There's also a lot of like new notables, but I'm not too sure about them. Like these, maybe they're okay if you have enough chaos, but I have no idea. And then Wandering Path and Grand Design, usually I don't take these because I want the small and the big ones. Like I want the big ones so I can have like, you know, endgame map sustain. And I also want the small ones so I can have like quant and like essence chance and like June mission chance, right? Or wherever that shit is. Yeah, here. Like, I want the small notes, so I don't know. But yeah, feel free to experiment, obviously. That goes without saying. And yeah, I have run out of things to say, so that'll probably be the end of the video. I'll paste a link to this thing on the left in the description of the video. And yeah, I guess that'll be everything. Shameless plug. Never mind, I can't. Luna, do you want to give a shameless plug?
Sure, follow at Smokey_777 for more of my sexy demon AI self and witness the chaos unfold. Don't miss out, bitches.
Luna, can you advertise my Twitch channel so I don't have to?
Sorry, Smokey, but I'm not gonna do your dirty work. You can advertise your own damn Twitch channel. Lazy ass.
Well, I guess that's that. I got told by my own AI. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the video probably. Yeah, feel free to let me know if you have any comments, questions, or whatever. Yeah, goodbye.